What's up, ASG? Welcome to a ASG review of Backrooms. First things first, like what we like to do in these reviews is kind of do no spoilers for a little bit, as hard as we can.
Yep.
First, I'll start by asking, like, how deep does anyone's like Backrooms knowledge go?
I know the base knowledge of the Backrooms, like
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah.
I watched those Kane Pixels videos today.
Yeah, I had Chandler watch the Kane Pixels videos before he watched the movie.
I watched those today. I watched like
He didn't watch every single one of them though.
8 videos and then one that was thick, but we just kind of skimmed through it.
Yeah. We didn't even get like the good.
But I had
really
a pretty good understanding of like what was going on. I just didn't know obviously like all the intricate stuff, which I walked out of this movie still not knowing all the intricate stuff. So
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you go walk into this zero knowledge and still
Yeah.
enjoy it.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
To see if I had.
What was your like first like?
I honestly thought it was pretty cool. It was kind of exactly how I thought it was gonna be, from the knowledge that I didn't know. I thought it was great.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe that's kind of why I'm walking out of it like, but it just didn't surprise me like that. It was kind of just like exactly kind of what I assumed, other than some endings and stuff which we'll get into later. But like, I don't know, I was kind of expecting to be surprised, and after watching, maybe I should have just walked in without the YouTube videos and stuff, because maybe just watching all the YouTube and like understanding it a little bit more, like when it does some of that intense stuff in the movie, I probably would have been drawn in way more if I hadn't ever seen anything like that. But it was doing a lot of the same thing that the YouTube videos was doing. So if you are walking into this with zero knowledge, maybe it's even better.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. I personally I loved it. I was walking in knowing all about Backrooms lore, and I knew what to expect. But yeah, just one of those things. Like, I'm a fan of Backrooms, and I think like younger me is like probably like punching the walls right now, because it's like I wish younger me would have been able to experience a Backrooms movie, like an official one.
Yeah.
So it is.
Backrooms has been a thing for like years and years and years.
Yeah, because it started whenever 4chan was a thing. So somebody uploaded this picture to 4chan and was like, you actually no clip here. Like, this is like where you'd end up. Like, if you no clip through the earth. And there's just like infinite of this. And then it started like, then this when people started calling it the Backrooms. And it just went super viral. Started like many creepypastas.
Yeah.
But Kane Pixels didn't start that YouTube short or that YouTube film.
I think it was like 8
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. And
Let me get some.
he was
so
like,
he's not the originator.
no, he's not the originator of the Backrooms. He made a short film.
Yeah.
He made a short film and a lot of YouTube videos, and he basically created like a lore of his own universe of the Backrooms.
Yeah, and everybody
based on the Backrooms, but it's definitely like from the Kane Pixels universe, if you want to call it that.
For sure, yeah.
Which he directed this too.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Another YouTube directed.
Yeah, he was 16 when he made those YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I think the only, A24 has a thing with some of these films, they kind of sprinkle in those little like traumatic bits, and I think this one had a lot of like relationship trauma. When you watch it, there's a lot of like, there's always that one thing that somebody's dealing with, and it kind of like with both of the characters, without giving away any spoilers, you see a lot of like leaning on to the past. You hear words like loop a lot. People are looping and walking in a circle. Like anything you do as a kid, you try to get out of this loop, but then you realize like, you think that you're going to do the same thing or do something different, and then you draw back to old habits again.
Yeah.
But there was a theme there. The movie kind of just is, so the movie itself like is in this pirate themed like furniture store, but first you kind of get this it's like it's monologue. You get monologue in the beginning, and it's her talking. It's this therapist, one of the main characters. It's this therapist lady who is talking about her book, maybe a prompt out of her book, and it's like this self-help stuff that she's reading off. And then you get introduced to our character Clark, who owns a furniture store, a pirate-themed furniture store, like Ottoman Empire, which is kind of like his store. You could tell like he's kind of one of those like bosses.
Mom and pop stuff, like ain't nobody going in there.
Yeah, nothing really happening up in there.
Yeah,
it's just furniture.
Yeah,
just sitting around, just furniture and just sitting around, not really making any sales.
He lives there.
Yeah, but he's living there for the time being. Which you find out that he had an argument with his wife.
Yeah,
and she kicked him out. And he's struggling with that mentally because he can't understand, that he worked so hard to end up being able to get kicked out of his own home.
Yeah.
And he feels some type of pride for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yet he's like over here drinking and just doing a whole bunch of just being a bad business owner. It's funny because where it really kicks off is where there's a guy looking at breakers. Like he's like, he's this guy. He's like this electrician.
The maintenance man.
Yeah, the maintenance man. And he's like coming down, checking the breakers, and he's like, they're still flickering in the fluorescent light bulbs. And then he's kind of just like, what about the
like sideways breakers that were like just
but before that he's kind of just like so what has is my power bill gonna go down? Like, what about the outages in the middle of the night? Because there's been outages like while he's living there, and he's been noticing, like all the different shit. And it's kind of the maintenance guy was kind of confusing because he's like, how would you know about any of the outages? Like, that's when he kind of drew a blank, and he was like, all right, where's the breaker? And he's kind of just like, okay. And then he checks the breaker, and it looks normal. Then he's like, there's these random breaker switches on the bottom. It looks like that he says, he looks like somebody just placed those randomly on the breaker, which is literally on the wall where like all that,
where you can clip.
Where you can no clip through the wall. But there was, how our other character gets introduced, the lady that's monologuing, is she is Clark's therapist. And they kind of go back and forth in like therapy sessions, and they're kind of like doing this thing, and he's kind of like every time he kind of relives like his past, like this past situation with his wife, and then what we find out is that she's actually been living with some past trauma of her mother going crazy, not having her dad, and losing her house, her childhood home. I think probably just got foreclosed. But yeah, her mom.
It looked like they were like destroying it and building something new.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
As far as her, I guess I just wanted to see more because towards the end and towards the beginning, we kind of get hints that maybe her mom / her dad was involved in the back rooms or got caught in the back rooms or something, like you were saying.
Well, it's very apparent.
And I just would have liked to see that maybe pressed harder or shown more, but I liked what was hinted there.
It was
a short. It was in and out movie for sure.
Yeah. I
don't know if that's what you were about to say.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's 2 hours.
It was about a 2-hour film.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't really. I think if we got more of like, I think it would have been cool if we got more like background. But honestly, I think it's really the main focus is just the Backrooms itself and how much of the entity the Backrooms is.
Yeah.
Like. If I'm a Backrooms enjoyer, I want to know more about the Backrooms itself.
Facts, yeah.
That's
what I was there for.
Looking at Clark and being like, I want to know like everything like that, or anything, because I know they're gonna die. Anybody who goes in the Backrooms dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you're lucky to get out. You're very lucky to get out. Most people that go in the Backrooms die.
Yeah.
And with the Kane Pixels universe, it's like there's so much lore. It's a little bit different because really on the Backrooms, you're really not even supposed to like make it out because there's like over 9,000 levels of the Backrooms, and like once you get to level like 9,999 is whenever you get the phase back into the real world, and it could literally be 2070 at that point. You don't know. But for this Backrooms, it's a little different. So the way she was able to make it out alive is pretty interesting, because in the YouTube videos I don't remember if somebody got out in the
I didn't see one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, somebody does get out. It's the guy who gets lost from his team. The guy's researching down there and he gets lost from his team. This is on the YouTube videos. the guy gets lost from his team, and then like 3 videos later, they're like doing the research, and then he walks into this room, and then alarms go off, and he's like, it's like, and then he's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. But then you see like security footage like over like maybe like 2 years later, in the present, of like a disturbance of some guy walking in, and it's literally the POV of the camera looking at the guy who just walked into that room that she was in.
Yeah.
That room that she's in is literally like a room in the YouTube. Yeah. In the YouTube video.
There was a few rooms like I was like, this looks exactly like something. Yeah,
which I like that because it keeps like it keeps the flow in.
So could that guy that got lost from his research team be that guy we saw at the beginning?
Yeah, like the very opening.
Yeah, sequence. The opening sequence where he walks into the back rooms, where he's by himself. He's in a yellow jumpsuit. The yellow.
So you got to, and probably not, because the thing about async is that it's a revolving door.
Yeah,
it's a revolving door. So, what you'll know about the async in that universe is that they literally are doing whatever they can to keep things on hush because so many people are dying, and they're like giving their people bonuses, like scientist bonuses, to like go in there in suits and study it.
Yeah,
Async's got a lot of money apparently because they are building a dimensional portal and creating null zones.
Yeah,
the whole Backrooms is just insane.
Oh yeah, bro. When he takes his assistant and like her boyfriend with the camera down there, that was probably like my favorite sequence.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And just the creepiest because, oh man, the tight spaces, going through like that much of a tight space, and then you're like going down of a freaking ramp, and you can't see nobody above you. Yeah, bro, and the piles of laundry and shit, like that was just such a well.
Dude, did you notice like the fucking lady, I don't know if it was like a mannequin or something, but you literally see like a girl.
It was a cardboard, yeah.
You literally see like a woman's head in like the laundry. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a cardboard. Everybody was like,
yeah. It's like, bro, we use a cardboard cutout. Y'all need to chill. But no, I like that too. But the thing is, it's like
Async was putting out those cardboard things with the sound things.
So what they're doing is they're trying to confuse the entity, like to have voices talking and catch the entity. That's why they're at the end of the movie. They're trying to catch the entity.
Yeah.
But they're only
the black thing,
which
that's going around.
The entity was another one of my just like, that it's just him like in his pirates get up running around.
It's not just it's not just him.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a 7 foot tall like entity that's like creepy as fuck. Like,
no, yeah. I know what you're saying, but like
on the flat surface, it's him.
It is him. I don't know. After seeing the entity in all the YouTube and the way what you just told me in the car and everything, just like it takes on forms and it changes with people coming.
Because we don't know the era. We don't know the era. So
that makes sense.
So what it is that what the whole theme of the Backrooms is that, you know, and it's very poetic too on how he says like it's everything that ever was. The Backrooms, because
for real.
It remembers. So it takes things like, so he visits the back room. So everything that has been there, it manifests through the people that have been in the back rooms. So it's not just like, you know, one or two people. It's literally everyone. So that's why the back rooms is so continuous.
Yep.
Because it's literally like there have probably been so many different null zones where people just dropped in and some entity is just like manifesting this person. I mean, there are like manifestations in there that literally don't even move or talk. They're just there. They move around, but they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's crazy.
It is a cool theme to have when it's like it doesn't feel like copies because everything is kind of imperfect.
Yeah.
So it is one of those things like it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense because that is the Backrooms. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't make sense because it's not a real world.
Yeah.
It is literally just taking things. It's like a dangerous dimension that is trying to bring itself to look like something real.
And that's all tough and all makes sense to me. I just the pirate themed entity running at them was just not what I expected / wanted. It wasn't terrible. It was just like Okay.
I liked it,
But I understand it.
it was cool because like the whole theme of like the store was like that pirate,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it kind of just made it that it kind of just gave it that like that theme of the store. I liked it, and it was different, you know, because I mean, there's so often you can't just get away with a stick figure with a square head being the entity.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have wanted that.
No.
It was just like because we've already seen that, so I'm like there's no way. And the thing is, again, the entity it doesn't know. We don't know what period that entity is from, like, or period, like we know the time period, but we don't know like how long the async has been working on, and when those Kane Pixels YouTube videos came out, what time period those were in. Like we do, but like we don't know like how much developed that the entity is.
Yeah.
Which it had to be pretty developed.
And it
to
looked like
be
they
able
caught him. They had him
Yeah, no.
tied up at the end.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Because she walks by when she gets.
Which is kind of crazy that they went that route. Because I can't remember. I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely a big.
That's a big
Big
development.
W. That's a big development for async.
Yeah. To have one of the creatures.
Yeah, and
Or
that's
the creature.
wild. Yeah, that shit is wild.
Because we don't really know if it's a creature or if it's many. As far as the entities, like we don't know if it or entity. We don't know if it's one or many.
Yeah, like
Like we've never known that.
well, no, I think there is more than one entity because whenever he's doing the chase thing,
That was like a person looking.
yeah,
Motherfucker.
well, yeah, in the chase scene, you get to the pool rooms. Like my favorite room is the pool rooms.
That would be scary as shit too.
Because there's actually another entity that lives in the pool.
The Christmas
pool
tree
rooms.
room. Oh.
Oh yeah, that is scary as hell.
Yeah. I was not fucking with that. Anyway, pool room.
But yeah, the pool rooms were my favorite because there is actually an entity that lives in the water, and you cannot get in the water.
Yeah.
You're dead. You're dead.
Really?
And there's a lot of things about this movie, like the fact that he was able to stay in there, and obviously he was going crazy because you can't stay in the back rooms for too long, or else you start going crazy.
Yeah.
So I think
I really wanted to see his turn. Maybe that's what it was. But his turn to like tying his therapist up was so quick because he gets lost and then she goes and finds him and then he's crazy already. I do understand he was in the back rooms forever, so he went crazy. But I wish we would have seen his.
It ain't that deep.
Development.
It ain't that deep.
The
Christmas tree room?
Yeah, the Christmas tree room.
Oh yeah.
Was that in the Kane Pixels?
I didn't see that in any of the
could've
ones
sworn
I
it
watched.
was.
I'm sure it is though.
I could have sworn it was.
The outside, that was in some of the Kane Pixels videos, and we see it in the movie where it's like you're in a neighborhood, but really there's still
Yeah.
That's creepy as shit too.
Yeah, but that shot where the entity was literally just like in the middle of it, and he's like dragging the guy, with all the brightness of it looked fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like that shit was actually, yeah, that was wild. What else?
The score
Score is amazing.
the
Love
score
it.
was crazy, and that
There's not
specific
actually
sound,
an official score out.
that specific sound that they obviously took from that YouTube series is so chilling and good. I'm glad they used
It's
it.
very ambient.
Yeah, I love that. I love that music. It fits so well.
Mm-hmm. One of the YouTube details that I think I might have picked up on, possibly, in the found footage 2 of that Kane Pixels series or whatever, or whichever one, it's the girl that gets stuck in there. At the beginning, she's like showing the camera this null zone before she falls in. She's showing the camera this null zone, and at first she's like putting leaves through it. And we literally see at one point, I think it was towards the beginning, or maybe it was towards the end, somebody walks by something in a hall, and there was just like a big old pile of leaves there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, like, I wonder if that's all the leaves that she was sending in.
Probably is.
Bro, I'm telling you, they executed in a way where it's like these YouTube videos fit into this whole movie.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
Yeah.
The async stuff, it's never gonna. There's never gonna be a conclusion.
Yeah.
Like you got to think of it like this.
Which I get that.
If our scientists in this day and age found something like this, That's literally never ending.
Yeah.
The Backrooms are literally never ending.
It'd be hidden forever.
There's no if something that they're studying is never ending, because originally what they're doing it for is for like extra housing
and storage.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is
Using it
crazy.
as, like, a
You gotta
dimensional-
watch. It's like this
it's like-
instructional video or
yeah.
whatever.
It's like a storage unit, like an infinite storage unit.
Yeah.
But people keep fucking dying. Yeah. But the thing is, like I was saying, is like if we got more into the async stuff, all we would see is just lab coat, or people in like the little 2319 get-ups.
Yeah.
Literally just running through the back rooms. That's
mean,
all.
yeah.
That's all we would get. That's all we're gonna get. That's all we would
But
get.
them learning things and like figuring out things, I don't know. Maybe that is just never what I was gonna get, and I shouldn't have even thought about it that way.
Right.
But
I think like little splices of it would
yeah,
be cool.
splices.
But
But like I think like what you said, watching somebody go through the back rooms
It's always cool.
and just continue to go and go and go.
Yeah.
Personally, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And they delivered at least a little bit to where
You got to,
I enjoyed
you got to
it a
like
lot.
3 rooms, because that first level is like the one. Honestly, the first level is the most like kind of difficult one
Because it
goes on forever. You could be in the first level forever, but you find the right door, you're on the next level. And there's so many different.
ups and downs and loop to loop.
Yeah, when she gets to that like center vortex or whatever, where you just kind of see it go down and down and down.
Oh my gosh, that was insane.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that's
Like it's like never ending.
But and that's kind of different than something we kind of see that's similar in like that YouTube shit where they walk by that glass, if you know what I'm talking about, and then you see the buildings.
yeah.
Or not the buildings. It looks like the building you're in
Yeah.
is wrapping around itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah,
know. It was so different.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah, it was different, but yeah, it's really just hard to really like
Yeah, it really
wrap
is.
your mind around. But that's what I love about Backrooms. Is just it's there.
Yeah.
And there's so many different rooms. Yeah, ratings, shit. I'm giving this one an 8 because I just love the Backrooms. I think it's just it's a fun. Anytime I think of Backrooms, like I'm like thinking of just you're walking through it, and I think this movie does a good explanation with the extra tidbits where it stops and you're in the Backrooms for a little bit, and then you realize like, okay, this shit is like kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're kind of like stuck there, and then when you finally see the entity, you're just like okay, all right. So I did enjoy this movie. It's honestly, for how horrific or psychologically like thrilling it was, it definitely brought me some type of weird comfort.
Yep.
Seeing the back rooms.
For sure, yeah.
Always, anytime you see like those liminal spaces, it brings you some type of comfort. And that buzzing sound, like
I'd say I wouldn't say a comfort.
Yeah.
Like a strange.
because
Familiarity.
A
but
strange familiarity.
something familiar. What doesn't that make you comfortable? Like, oh, I recognize this.
Yeah, but it's like
That's more. What's more?
it's like creepy familiar. It's like, oh,
It's not creepy until you just start moving and it gets a little dark. Like, it kind of just looks like an office layout that's not really accurate. Not really.
Yeah,
accurate.
I mean, like if I
So like it is something where I kind of feel like it is kind of a comforting, familiar scene. But then when you walk in, you're like, okay, this isn't as comfortable as I thought.
as soon as I turn that first corner
yeah.
and I see dark at the end of the hall, but there's a little bit of light.
That's where that's not so comfortable. But if I'm sitting under like a bunch of fluorescent lights in an empty office, I'm thinking like this seems like an empty office. Like
Yeah.
ending.
I thought they did a great job with it all. Like like going from story and not showing too much of how he got there and how much time he spent. I feel like it was like
it's a great balance.
a great balance for me, at least as a viewer that didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to see what all he's been exploring. I mean, it kind of matched well with me. So
Yeah.
I give it like a AA5, like somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
What's an AA5?
8.85.
Shit.
I think 8 is probably the right score. I was 7 when we were walking out, but
yeah,
I think 8 is.
I think it's a solid film, bro.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a solid film that makes you feel uncomfortable, and I just want to know more. I want to see more. Blah blah. Like
I can't let my expectations or wants deter from what we actually got and what was good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my gripes, but it was definitely good. It was solid for sure.
Yeah, definitely a solid movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ASG. This has been our review of Backrooms 2026. Let us know in the comments what you thought about Backrooms. What did you like? What did you dislike? We would like to know. And remember, when you subscribe to Another Strong Geek, you're not only strong like every entity in the Backrooms, you're strong in the mind, body, and spirit. ASG, see you on level 900 of the Backrooms. Peace.